Welcome to Motivational Monday. This is Fed Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today I'd like to break down a folktale that we hear from nursery that could really help us through any motivational or any belief system that we want to set up. But before we start, make sure to like, subscribe, and do share, especially if you find value in this presentation. Now, I don't always do this, but I want to thank everyone for really supporting our channel and for sharing it. So thank you. Now, this is a folktale that everybody must have heard of. It's the little engine that could, right? And the premise of the story is that it's this little engine and it replicates like a little child, right? And it's going up and chugging up the hill and it says, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And it keeps on chugging up that hill, and it's really hard for it, right? And it replicates like a little child, right? Going up a hill. And as it gets to the top of the hill, it says, I can, I can. And that is something just so very powerful. Now, as a child, right, they're more fragile, they're smaller, and to them, the world looks just really big, right? And it's really daunting sometimes as a little child, as we're growing up, to overcome certain hurdles in life. Now, those hurdles just don't change, okay? And we're still the child, whether we're 30 years old, 50, 60, or 70. At any given time in life, there will be hurdles that we need to overcome. And we keep on asking ourselves, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, and sure enough, we can. Now, a belief system is really a three-step system, okay? It's a belief that we have, it's a cognition that we have, it's a thought, it's a belief, right? I am good at ice skating, okay? That's a belief that we have, right? And how do I know that I'm good at ice skating? Well, I feel it, right? I can feel that I'm a good ice skater. I get reinforcements, and that gets reinforced, and it's a cycle. Okay, until I go and skate maybe with somebody who's much better than me, and then I'm not such a good skater, and that's a belief system, and it's reinforced by the fact there are other people better than me, right? And then that goes up again, and then we re-challenge those belief systems. I get better at skating, and so on and so forth. But that's the idea. And at any given time, when we're good at something or not good at something, we have a certain belief about it. We have to consistently challenge those beliefs. Because at any given time, either circumstances will change or we will change and get better at something. And then we could revisit whether or not we're good at something or not good at something. And it goes with everything that we do in life. And this is really very important, whether you're a parent, whether you're a spouse, whether you're a son, whether you're whatever you are, a student, a worker, whatever it is, okay? We get into jobs and we're not so good at them. And then we kind of acclimate into it and we push ourselves and we grow from it. And then we get good at it, right? I don't know if that's proper English, but we get better at it. And as a result, our belief system then is challenged, it's changed, and that does happen. So at any given time, we could really reinforce and really have much more adaptive roles as to how we can control our belief system. Now, why is a belief system so important? Well, it all stems from the belief system, right? If we can foresee a certain need that customers can have or customers need, and there's that belief system that we can fulfill it, to go to that we can fulfill it, we've now made that transition. One of the best cases I think that you can really relate to is Jeff Bezos when he made Amazon, right? At the beginning, it was just looking and trying to inspire himself to see something out there of a need. And he came to this bookstore, Barnes & Noble, and he said, wow, wouldn't this be great if I had all the titles of almost every book out there and I didn't have to have a physical location of having a store. And at that time, it was so amazing. It was just like, it was so revolutionary because nobody have ever thought of that, right? We always think about going to the store and buying it. And sure enough, he was able to get better prices, great service. Initially, they had a lot of big learning curves, right? But they then were able to compete against Barnes & Noble, and they came out from nowhere. Barnes & Noble was about a $200 million company at that time in sales and revenue, and the guy was expanding it, a famous food bookstore in the United States. And Amazon was just starting out, and they had wished to almost look at Barnes & Noble, and sure enough, within 2 years or 3 years, Amazon was worth $5 billion. and Barnes & Noble was still worth $200 million. So, you have to constantly change that belief system. And at a certain point, I believe that Jeff Bezos believed in himself and believed in his product and really believed in that cause that helped him transcend that challenge in life. And we all need to transcend that challenge in life, whatever it is we do, right? Okay, but we first need to find a belief system in ourselves, find some sort of feelings that we attach to that belief system, and then a reinforcement to it as well. That's my challenge to you. What are your beliefs about yourself? What are your beliefs about some of the things that you can create in life and bring towards humanity? Thank you for joining me for this Motivational Mondays. We'll see you here next week.